It's time to sit back and check out the RCWR show with Lee Sanders. Get fun, in-depth coverage and analysis from the latest in professional wrestling in AEW, WWE, NWA, Impact Wrestling, or the world of entertainment. From hit TV shows to your favorite sports like the NBA or NFL. All things music, movies, and beyond, while trying to make sense of this crazy world we live in. All while keeping it honest, insightful, and interactive since 2011. And now your hosts, live from the nation's capital of Washington, D.C., Lee Sanders.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Happy Friday. Fantastic Friday is here. Lee Sanders with you guys for an all-new The RCWR show. It's a special edition. My reactions, I am literally, y'all, minutes removed from the series premiere of Power Book 2 Ghosts. I don't know how to be feeling right now, y'all, because, and we definitely are going to get into some spoilers. So I'm letting y'all know right now, if you did not watch the series finale yet, this is your one and only opportunity to back out and come on back after you saw it, because I'm going to be spilling the tea on a lot of the stuff that had went down and everything. So that's your one and only warning. But fam, my power fam, I'm not really sure how to feel right now. I'm mixed with emotions. First things first, to the cast, the incredible cast, to the crew, to the writers, to everybody behind the scenes. Mad respect. Mad respect. I love you guys. Thank you for an incredible ride with this series. Thank you for 4 awesome seasons. Seriously. It's crazy when I think about it, because we have watched Michael Rainey Jr., aka Tariq St. Patrick. We've watched him grow before our very eyes since we pretty much was first introduced to him in 2014. And I gotta be honest with you guys, when I came on board with Power, the original Power, and I came in towards the tail end, but I was binging like a mofo, getting ready to check out the final season and all that. Then when I heard that they was going to be working on a second installment and it was going to be following the Sun, I was very skeptical at first. I'm sure a lot of you guys were as well. Like, I don't really know if it can live up to the original, but you know what? In their own right, damn good companion piece to the original series. Damn good companion piece to the original series. Fantastic cast. I mean, they hit it out of the park as far as I was concerned. You know, this series probably is going to get a bad rep because of the fact that as you are watching this final season, it feels as though so many things is being crammed. So many things is being rushed. You feel me, fam? Even when you're watching this final episode, you feel as though, man, we're doing a whole bunch of rushing. We're just putting a whole lot of shit in here. We just doing the damn thing. Well, look, the way I would counter that to those that's complaining about all of that, the end result could be much worse, y'all. We could have gotten Power ending on one hell of a cliffhanger like it did with the previous season, and they just confident they coming back for another season or two, and they find out basically some weeks later, yeah, y'all getting canceled. Sorry, we going in a different direction. Look at what happened with Chucky. I ain't gonna be long-winded, but look at what happened with that TV series Chucky. They ended on one hell of a cliffhanger, so confident they was gonna get picked up for another season, and then they got some bad news, didn't they? They got the bomb dropped on them. So now it's kind of like, oh, what's now what? Now what? So we need to take comfort as fans going, you know what? It could have been much different. It could have been worse. There couldn't have been another season ordered just so they can wrap things up and everything. Yeah, a little bit rushed, all that other stuff. But at the same time, especially in this day and age, we tend to not really like our plot lines and all that really drawn now, especially when we know what's coming down the pipeline. If anything, we want more twists and turns, right? That's really what we want. All right. So I talked long enough. Let's dive into this episode. Conveniently, this final episode for season 4, episode 10, was titled Ghosts in the Machine. Yo, I feel that title. I want to know who came up with that title. And if I can talk to them, I want to know, are they a fan of Japan anime? And if they're a fan of Nine Inch Nails? Because whenever I think of Ghost in the Machine, those are the first two things that come into mind. Obviously, it's also a nice little nod to the original Power and Ghosts and all that. But so we are fresh off of what went down with the death of my girl, Monet Tejada. Yo, she went out in a blaze of glory, didn't she? I mean, she did that Scarface joint, okay? I'm not going to even lie to you guys. I teared up like a mofo last week when I saw her get light up, right? You just knew what was about to go down from the moment that they played freaking Tupac's Come With Me, Hail Mary, one quick. You knew what time it was, okay? So we've got Drew, we got D, we got Kane. They are reeling off of what happened. They are basically at the crime scene as police are taking turns talking with them individually, trying to find out if they saw anything. They ain't see nothing. They ain't see a damn thing. Wink, wink. They ain't see a damn thing. And instead, they're like, yo, why are you interrogating us? You need to be out there on the street trying to find out who took out our mother. Meantime, they regroup, trying to figure out, what they're going to do and everything. And we saw the siblings butt heads here as Kane let off some serious steam, telling them, yo, how come I wasn't included in your plans? Why is it I always find out after the fact what y'all trying to do? Like, what the hell? Hell, for all I know, y'all were probably the ones trying to set up Monet. Y'all was probably trying to finish the job from the last go round. Obviously, that stung. They basically come right back. Does Drew indeed? Not, you got it all wrong, yo. Like, no, we did what we did because Monet, who loved you, who cared about you, she was trying to look out for you and everything. We was there to take out Noma. We was there trying to, do what we need to do for the family. That's what this was all about. So Drew giving Kane some tough love, though, man. Some tough brother to brother love, letting them know, yo, Monet probably wouldn't even be dead if it wasn't for your stupid ass, because you decided you wanted to go on ahead and be with Noma and all that. You couldn't see things clearly. And now Monet's dead. So if anything, no, it ain't our fault. If anything, it's your fault. So Kane actually really started taking the time out, really think about it. But D, as far as character development goes, especially with the series finale, we saw D really step up in the role of Monet, try to be the glue to keep everything together here and letting her brother know, hey, don't be beating yourself up. The person that we need to be going after is Noma. She's the one that killed our mother. And that's the one we need to be getting. So let's come up with a plan. Let's figure out what we need to do. Tap that ass of Noma's. Meanwhile, we've got Detective Carter, who is captive. Boy, that was an interesting way that all that collided from the previous episode too. But anyway, we got Tariq, Effie, Braden. They're trying to figure out what the hell their game plan is going to be. Carter feeling as though he is holding on to all the cards here. He's got all the power. Like, yo, my task force going to be looking for me. So either two things going to happen. If you're gonna put a bullet in my head, well, you a dead man because my task force is gonna be looking for you. And let's not also forget, we got that video footage of you and your homeboy doing that nice little shooting. So anything happen to me, you either gonna get the task force or that video, and or that video gonna drop. Either way, you screwed. Either way, you screwed. Keep him alive and continue to hold Detective Carter hostage. And eventually, the task force is going to tear down New York City looking for him because he checks in at certain times. So, either way, this is like the best. I don't know if y'all see this. This is like the best damn game of chess. I'm going, I'm loving this. How is Tariq gonna one up here? How's he gonna pull this off and everything? Obviously, Tariq, brilliant mind that he has going on. He's already got the wheels turning, going. I need something on this dude. I just don't know what. Makes a phone call to Davis, or gets a phone call from Davis. Davis pretty much lets him know, yo, Monet's dead. Most likely, Noma took her out. Tariq, pretty stunned to hear that. Wants to know, okay, well, look, I got Detective Carter still here. I don't know what to do. I mean, he's got all this leverage on me. And it shouldn't have taken Davis McClain to say this and everything. By the way, can we give props to Method Man? Can we give flowers to Method Man? Method Man, man, this dude been crushing it as an actor. And I sincerely hope that the heads in Hollywood, be it medium heads or big heads, I really hope they've been taking a strong look at what this brother has been doing these past handful of seasons on this show, because he has definitely proven that he is so much more than a rapper. I mean, we all been knew this. We all been knew this. But if you were to tell yours truly, hey Lee, look at my man Method Man, right? Go as far back as what was the name of that weed movie that they did back in the day that Method Man and Redman did back in the day? How High? I think that's the name of the joint. What was that? Early 2000s? If you were to tell me, okay, look at where Method Man is right here. Fast forward to 2024, I'd be like, yo, two completely different actors. Thank you, Ajax. Ajax was like, how high? Thank you. Great ass soundtrack, too. Great ass soundtrack. If you were to tell me from the movie How High, and we fast forward all the way now to this series, it's like night and day. He has really honed his craft as an actor. And I sincerely hope that more avenues open up for him because he can definitely take on those serious roles. I'm not exaggerating when I say this, but I think it's a travesty that he has not been at least nominated for his role throughout this series because he's done that hell of a damn good job. But I really hope more avenues open up for him. Anyway, Davis letting Tariq know, okay, well, obviously Detective Carter's got dirt on you. You need to find some dirt on him. See what you can do. So Tariq has Effie and Braden go to Detective Carter's home, try to see what they can dig up. They do that. They end up finding this laptop, and on the laptop, it's got the footage of them doing the deed on behalf of who was that? Diana, a while back or whatnot. And yeah, not good. Not good. They thought they could destroy that footage. No mas, because that footage is somehow tied to a main central base. So, like, you're putting two and two together. You're going, I mean, you already see where this is going. Okay, so most likely it's at the headquarters where Carter is. So, obviously, they're going to have to do something to tap into that. But how are they going to pull that off? Come back a little bit more to that later. All right. Meanwhile, Noma is feeling the heat. She knows it's time for her to get the hell out of there. You got her brother, and I'm gonna have to rely on you guys. I can't think of Noma's brother's name right now, so y'all gonna have to jog my memory. Put it down in the chat. I'll show you some love. But the brother, her brother is like, yeah, look, we can't really be messing around with all that. We need to do what we need to do. We need to roll out right now because we know that's a Hotter family. They're gonna be coming for us. So, we need to get a plane. We need to jet out of here. Passports, new names, like whole 9 yards. Like we need to dip like now. And Noma's like, yeah, we'll definitely do that. Anya comes in there. She's trying to find out what the hell is going on. Why is it that she's being uprooted once again? Because she's finally, found her life, her friends, and keep in mind, she's been uprooted before, right? But before she was much younger, like, okay, now we're gonna do it again, and she's starting to become her own woman. Like, come on here, man. Come on now. So she confronts her mom, and it's like, no more lies. Give it to me right between the eyes. What's going on here? What's the real deal here? So Noma tells her, and Anya did a damn good job. Anya, very smart, letting her know, no, this drug empire, this whole business and all that, this is all you. You just pinning it on dad, but this is all you. You the one that's responsible for everything that's been going on. You the one that got your hands wet into this whole dirty business. It's all on you. Don't put it on anybody else. Right? Man up. This is all on you. So Noma does that, but I like how she tried to get herself off as a sympathetic figure here. Now I don't think Noma was telling a lie when she told the story. And it was a nice touching story. Basically, she was a young girl, I think under the age of 12, and she saw some bad men that had appeared. They were looking for her father. They did some foul crap to her mom, and she pretty much had made a vow from that day going forward. She never was going to be in that position of vulnerability again. Anya pulled her card, said, okay, so you pretty much became the men that you despise the most. You pretty much became what you hated the most. Like, how the hell does that work? Like, look at all the carnage, look at all the bad things that your decision has caused. Like, look at the casualties. Like, nah, mom, like this ain't cool. She don't want to go with her mom. But Noma's like, one way or another, your ass is going to be going with me. So give you a minute, calm down and everything. But when it's all said and done, even if I gotta drag your ass by your legs, you definitely are going with me. We rolling out of here. We all leaving. Bottom line. So we got all that's going down. Meanwhile, we've got Effie, Brayton. They oh yeah, there was a file that they had discovered on the computer that basically showed that apparently because of the browsing history, that's how Effie was able to figure this out. There was one file that Detective Carter kept coming back to, and this file basically had to do with Tate, Councilman Tate's brother. And so they're putting two and two together, going, why does he keep going back to this file here? Like, wonder if he had something to do with the death of Councilman Tate's brother. So they relay that info to Tariq. Tariq plays one fantastic game of chess. This was basically a beautiful one-up because in the first round went to Detective Carter as far as the trash talking goes, fam. I loved it too. You got Detective Carter, hey, won't you go ahead, loosen these cuffs, and I'll think about going from manslaughter 1 to manslaughter 2. At least that way, by the time you get out, maybe you can possibly have some little babies running around. That touched the nerve with Tariq, as Carter's like, "Oh, damn, my bad. Oh, so that baby that D had, that was you. You were the baby daddy, weren't you? I'm sorry to hear that, little man, but tell you what, all things considered, everybody's lives you touch, they end up being dead and everything. Probably did you a favor. Tariq, man, punched the hell out that dude. Loved it. So round one went to Carter on that one. Now that Tariq has what he has as far as intel, kind of weak intel, but it's enough to go, okay, let's play a game of poker and let's see if this dude's gonna fold here. If Carter's gonna fold. Sure enough, Carter folded. Oh, Tariq had a field day with him. I love that he evoked Carter's wife's name, and that just sent dude over the edge a few times. And how Tariq's like, oh, you want to do this whole holier than thou shit. But when it's all said and done, my man, let's be honest here. Man, nigga, you ain't no different than me. It's just two sides of the same coin, right? I'm thinking you all high mighty, but you corrupt as fuck. Loved it. Great counter. Round two goes to Tariq. Tariq gives him a sweet offer. He's like, look, I let you go. You know, we both stay in our neutral corners, and you know, it is what it is. But Carter's not really feeling that deal just yet. So obviously, with what Tariq did, where there's smoke, there's fire. So now they really got to figure out how they can get a hold of some evidence and all that other good stuff that's going on. So love the way this was set up. Great cinematography, by the way. Audio was on point. Sometimes you'll come across some of these episodes where you have a little bit of audio issues. You can kind of tell that there was some dubbing and post production after the fact and everything. So, a fucking psycho with a badge, by the way. I actually wrote that down. That's what Tariq said to Carter. You're just a fucking psycho with a badge. How many innocent people had to lose their life, you know, to you and your fucking bullshit? Loved it. He hit him with the real stinger, though. Denise really did marry a cop killer. Now, if that is not enough to make anybody just lose it right then and there, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. So, meanwhile, as all of that is going on, eventually the Tejadas call Tariq. Actually, hang on. My timeline is a little bit messed up. Bear with me a second, guys. Kane is mourning. D lets Kane know, hey, we got a drop on Noma. So they go. Noma's not there, but Anya is there. You got to bear with me. It's live in real time here. I'm trying not to go to my notes that much. I think I'm doing pretty good so far, right? I think I'm doing pretty good. So they kidnap Anya. And Frederick, I agree with you 1,000%. Frederick is saying it looks like Diana is the new Monet. She really did. I think that's definitely the biggest takeaway that we all have from this series finale. Is just the transformation that Diana did here, from going from this little cute innocent girl. All she wants to do is focus on her education and everything, find a man and all that other loveliness, to, you know, I don't want to have anything to do with the business, to fuck that bitch gonna catch a bullet. You know, where is she? Where's she at? Where's she at? You know, just a great transformation, little young Monet, right down to the point when you think about some of those previous episodes from this season involving Monet, and we were seeing flashbacks of what made her who she ended up becoming. I mean, we are like almost literally, especially when you get to this episode and you're watching it throughout, we're literally watching Diana go through that transformation as well. So good observation, Frederick, because you are definitely spot on. So they kidnap Anya. They end up calling Tariq and crew. Tariq's like, okay, look, this is what's up. You know, hey, mad respect for Monet. She was a real G. I fucked with her. Y'all know that. Whatever I can do to help y'all, I'm here. So they reveal, okay, well, Anya definitely knows where Noma is. We need that information extracted. Like, whatever you got to do, Tariq, you need to do it. Meantime, Tariq's like, okay, bet. What I need is for somebody, Drew, I need you to go to Detective Carter's headquarters, because he's got that video footage of me and Brayden doing that little thing for D. So if you can destroy that footage, that would help us out a great ton, man. It really would. So some mutual exchange there. It's like bet. We see Tariq fake like he is saving Anya. I mean, we see this as from the viewing point, we see this a mile away. We know exactly what's going on. He's able to extract that information. We eventually see Tariq drop off Anya. And right as Tariq, he's looking, trying to make sure this is exactly, the place and everything, so he can relay it back to the Tejadas. We see Noma. It's a nice little mansion. Nice little man, big ass mansion. I won't say nice. I was saying little. It's a nice big ass mansion that Noma was at here. She comes out trying to run up to Anya, greet her and everything. Next thing you know, pop, 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 pop. Poor Anya. Now look, I actually liked Anya. I thought Anya she was a good character. I thought, you know what, if anybody might be coming out of this series and we could possibly see down the road, maybe it's this one. Instead, and I want to know what you guys think about this. The way they did Anya, she's dead, by the way, right? But the way they did her, did anybody else get Godfather 3 vibes? And what I mean by that is, for those that saw Godfather 3, remember how Godfather 3 ended? Michael Corleone, Al Pacino, much older Michael Corleone, he's with his family, and he just offed every single fucking one of his enemies, just like in the other two Godfathers. And so he's kind of celebrating all this, and he does this the night of this great big opera or whatever. And it's him and his family. I think they were coming from the opera. They were like on these concrete steps. Apparently, somebody that was trying to take out Michael Corleone instead gets his daughter. And you just see Michael lose it and all that. When I was watching Anya die in the arms of Noma, and the way Noma just reacted, I was having shades of Godfather 3. Now that I've said that, go watch that scene and then compare it to to the finale. Come back, let me know what you think. But I'm looking at that, I'm going, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, Noma. See, but then I went, who pulled the trigger? I said, who pulled the trigger? And they showed D. I'm like, damn. Damn, D, you thirsty like a motherfucker. Like, really? Really? You that thirsty? And we hear D, like after she popped Anya, she goes, now that bitch gonna feel what we felt with Ma. Like, oh, like, oh my God. Like, no. Everybody regroups at the hideout. And they're like, yo, what the hell? Like, no, this wasn't part of the plan. What the hell? What are we gonna do now? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? D is just cold, very calculating, and very calm. She's like, no, by doing what we did, she's going to be coming for us, which is exactly what we want. Now we just got to set her up for a really nice trap, and we going to get her ass. Look at it this way. Now she's not going to leave. It's like, okay, that's actually a pretty damn good plan. Now, keep in mind, as all this leading up to it and everything, Drew did end up going to the headquarters. He basically had to take a little flash drive, put it into Detective Carter's computer, and essentially corrupt, delete the files that's on there and everything, including that video, right? Meanwhile, Carter ended up getting released by Tariq. Basically, Tariq was like, look, you go take care of that evidence for us. The stuff involving Tate, it'll never see the light of day. But from the looks of it, it would appear as though Carter is trying to clean up his tracks with the intent of still going after Tariq. That's how this was kind of playing out here. But Drew was successful in corrupting the computer, all that jazz and everything. Nico, Carter's right hand man and everything, he comes across Carter in the evidence room. It's kind of like, hey, everything good? Carter's like, yeah, you already talk to me. You already asked me that question. Like, what's up? It's like, oh, Drew's in the office waiting for you. Drew plays that shit off pretty good too. Drew's like, hey, look, you tell me whatever I got to do, so that we can keep things going and everything. That's what's up. It's like, but I know you didn't have anything to do with killing Monet. I know that was all Noma. I need a location. I need to take her out. Carter's like, you want to prove your loyalty to me? First things first, take out Tariq St. Patrick. Then you can get Noma's location. So once everybody regroups after this botched attempt, I wouldn't even call it a botched attempt. D knew exactly because there was multiple shots at Anya's back. I mean, all I could think of at that point was, thank God, to our knowledge, thank God Anya wasn't pregnant and possibly with Tariq's kid. Like, thank God, because that, that would have been bad, yo. That would have been bad. So anyway, everybody regroups. They're trying to figure out, what's going to happen now. Drew lets Tariq know, hey, this was Carter's plan. He wanted me to kill you. Tariq's like, huh, interesting. It's like, okay, well, I wonder if we could somehow talk with Nico. They're like, that's a terrible idea. Like, but at this point, whatever, maybe it'll work. So they're orchestrating their plan while the Tejadas are orchestrating their own plan. So the end game for Tariq and them, let's deal with the Carter stuff first. So they end up wanting to have a meeting, Tariq and them. They wanted a meeting with Carter again. So Effie, Braden, Carter, they meet at this location. Tariq's like, okay, so, what's up? How we gonna do this? Carter think he's got everything in his favor as far as the power goes. He's like, no. This is how it's gonna be, little nigga. We gonna do it this way. Tariq's like, no. I don't think we're gonna do it like that because I got this evidence. Look, I did my homework and we're able to trace all these bullets that were at all these crime scenes, these bullets that have your name on them. And Carter's like, whatever. No. Wait. Following the ballistics, though, we're able to see that you are one reckless cop when it comes to all these multiple shootings. And not to mention, following the ballistics, we're actually able to find the bullet from this Tate crime over here. The ballistics over there, the gun ballistics, it actually matches up to your gun. So you actually killed Councilman Tate. Councilman Tate's brother. How you gonna be that reckless? Like, what the hell? Carter thinking as though he's got them beat, right? This is chess. He's a couple of moves ahead. He's going, no. You talk about this bullet? No. I got it. I got the bullet. So what else you got? Braden's like, I think it was either Braden or Tariq, but one of them's like, oh, you talking about this bullet right here? Like, this is the real bullet right here. Carter's caught yet again. Tariq tries to offer yet again. Look, you do your thing, we do our thing. That's it. This never is brought up again. We good. Next thing you know, Carter's like, nah, I don't really think so, but whatever. What do I got to do? Tell me what I got to do. Okay, well, frame it all on Nico. Nico is the one. He was the road cop. He was the one responsible for everything. Just pin it all on Nico. Carter's like, okay, you give me the evidence and I will personally put the handcuffs on Nico. We'll make sure he takes the rap for everything. Nico just happens to be there. So sounds as if Tariq, Nico, and them were able to talk. So Nico hears everything. Nico is very heartbroken. And he's like, dude, like, I trusted you. It's like our whole team trusted you. Like, we would have went to hell for you. I would have went to hell for you. But man, you took out Tate. You took out Felicia. all this crap. Like, what the hell, dude? So he gets placed under arrest, and we fast forward, and apparently he's going to jail for a long time. Kane and them is a little bit upset hearing that because they feel that Carter is still going to pose a threat to them. But the argument is made, no, 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 no. At least by Drew. It was Drew that brought it up. He said, no, the fact that he's a former cop and he's going to be in prison, he's forever going to be looking over his shoulder. He's not going to have any power. He's not going to have any friends. Like, that's the worst kind of hell. It's like Drew pretty much was like, killing him, we would have done him a huge favor, but put a huge bullseye on us. This way, nah, we ain't got nothing to worry about. So now we deal with the Tejadas. It's all about the Tejadas now. The Tejadas set up this great trap for Noma. They decide, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on ahead. We're going to go steal one of Noma's planes. Great idea by Kane. Because apparently the way this is set up, every single time they go mess with one of Noma's planes, take it out for whatever, run whatever errand, Noma basically gets like a notification that one of her planes is being used. So their whole thing is we'll wait for her at the hangar and we'll pretty much take her out that way. Well, how you going to be so sure that, how you so confident that she's going to show up? She will. Watch. Kane was right. But it came with a little bit of a caveat because the cops appeared as they were waiting for Noma. Kane realizing this, he says to D and Drew, yo, just go on ahead, go on out there, be peaceful about it. Let me do what I got to do. They're like, no, 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 no. He's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Family first. Don't worry. Family first. Love y'all. Family first. Just go. I got y'all. So while D and Drew come out from their hiding, give themselves up to police, Kane somehow is just waiting in the shadows, trying to see if Noma is there. And she does come out of one of the cars. Kane pops up right behind her, says to her, bet you didn't think I was going to be the last face you'd see. Noma says to him, you could have had everything with me. To that, Kane says, I had everything with matter of fact, I don't want to take Kane out of context here. Noma says you could have had everything with me. Kane says right back to her, I had everything. Monet was my everything. You are nothing. Bullet right between the damn forehead. I mean, that was a hell of a shot. I mean, I don't really laugh, but man, I ain't never seen Kane so ice cold before in my entire life, fam. I mean, I seen him do some damn, but this was just, and I get it. Monet got taken out. He owed that bitch a bullet. I get it. Took her out. Cops realized what's up. They were able to get a couple of bullets at him there, but he was able to escape. One of the last times that we see Kane, seems as though Effie picked him up. I don't know if maybe he passed out somewhere. That never was really clearly defined, but you're kind of led to the impression Effie maybe met up with him at some point. Maybe he might have passed out, something. But she patched him up. And she's letting them know, hey, you're a wanted man in New York. Police are looking for you big time. You're like, you can't show your face here. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Kane's like, don't worry about it. I'll be all right. Effie, she's like, no, 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 no. Like, you got to be smart about this. And she ends up giving Kane all the money that she had saved up. Remember, she was trying to go into that little robot program. So she turns out all the money that she had been saving up to that point, she gives it to Kane. Kane takes it and he's like, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll make sure that, I pay you back somehow. you know, just give me some time, let me get situated, and I got you. I'm just going, wait a minute. You was working for Noma though. Like, where's your money? Like, what was your money frozen? Like, what? They didn't really, I don't know, but I get it. I was starting to see what they were doing here. It's like, okay, now we're giving everybody their bookend send off here. That's basically what's going on. Like, okay, so Kane, all right, Kane gonna disappear. Okay, bet. What's up with Drew? And I got to be honest with you guys. And thinking about Drew, my first thought is, oh, he gonna end up taking that fellowship in Paris, right? Get back to his artwork. Sure enough, that's exactly what was going on with Drew. D was hurt by that. Drew was trying to sorry, D and Drew sometimes get the D's mixed up. D was trying to do everything to have Drew stick around, but Drew, and look, this is, I think, a really good send off for Drew because we've seen Drew really since this series began struggle internally with, okay, I really don't want to do this. I know I'm good at it. This isn't what I want to do. There's got to be more to life than this. We saw him try it with his ex-boyfriend, the basketball star. He tried to get lost with him, and that seemed like it was gonna blossom, but family business just kept bringing him back in and all that. So to see Drew really put his foot down, and look, not for nothing, but as fans, as viewers, we were conditioned for this moment. Because remember, one of the last times that Drew was talking to Monet, he said to her, "Hey, all right, I'm gonna do this." Remember, it's one of the last times they talked. He was like, "I'm gonna do this, but after this, like, I'm out. Like, I want nothing to do. I want to go do my own thing." And Monet was like, "Whatever you want to do, baby, it's all good. Nothing but love. It's all good." So that was a nice send off. So D is left all alone. To Frederick's point earlier in the chat, we see her kind of reminiscing at the dining room table, those nice Tejada family dinners. I'm gonna miss those. I'm gonna miss those. I'm glad they gave us a couple of joints this season. I'm gonna miss those. Salim. Salim. Remind me who Salim is. Was Salim the one who used to be messing around with D? Because if that's the Salim I'm thinking of, yeah, you need to catch up is all I gotta say. Hey, you need to catch up is all I gotta say. So that was it for the Tejadas. That's it. They get their proper send off. Tariq, $1 million question. Tariq, how's things gonna end? Yeah, Frederick, you got to catch up. You said where's Celine? Yeah, you need to catch up. You need to catch up. that's all. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. You need to go back to the third season, Frederick. Go back to the third season. But Tariq, the $1 million question. What's his send off? What's he gonna get out of this? So we see Tariq. He visits Tasha, his mom. And I just love how they've been making these appearances just, no big epic, grand entrance, just, there's mom, And Tariq is telling her, hey, look, you know, um, it's over. Everything with Noma, everything with Detective Carter, like everything is over. We can breathe. Y'all can come home, but I'm thinking y'all don't come to New York. And Tasha's like, what do you mean? We can't come to New York. What the hell? And Tariq, this was really weird. It was almost a mixed message I was kind of getting here with Tariq. And I jotted this down to make sure I was understanding what Tariq was saying here. But Tariq says to him, no, you can't, you can't go back to New York. The last thing I want to do is keep putting the people I love in danger. So you can't live in New York. You got to stay here for now. I don't like the way you're living. I don't like where you're living. We're gonna change all of that. We're gonna move you and all that, but needs a little bit of time. But we are going to be a family again. But I can't keep doing what I'm doing without you guys being at risk. Like it wouldn't be fair to you guys. So I can't keep doing you guys like that. The only way we're really gonna have a true fair shot, I gotta be out of the game. So as you're seeing these final moments here with Tariq, you're going, okay, so Tariq, are you out of the game or are you in the game? Like what's going on here? And by the end of this conversation with Tasha, you're under the impression Tariq is still in the game. To the point, we fast forward, we go back to the campus. Sure enough, it's cemented. Tariq is still in the game. So they're still running things as usual. Effie is still doing her thing, helping out Tariq. Braden pretty much got demoted. Now, let me not say pretty. Braden got demoted. Braden was pretty pissed off about it, but Tariq told him straight up, like, I need your mind clear. I need you at your best, and can't keep having fuck ups. He's like, from here on out, we're gonna have a chain of command. Everything is gonna have to go through me and everything, me and me only. But Braden, yeah, sorry. And I will say this: I like that Tariq broke the news to Braden one on one. I like that he had enough respect to make sure that once Effie or whoever was out of sound, out of mind, he gave Braden the bad news and everything. And he told Braden straight up, he's like, look, you know, you're gonna be making so much good money and everything. He's like, but your head got to be on point here. So you're either in or you're out. Take it or leave it. Braden's like, okay, yeah, whatever. So, I so much for maybe Braden at the end, possibly turning on, but it was nice hearing Braden say, I don't care about the money. I'm doing this because I thought I had a brother. And it was nice to hear Tariq pretty much say, hey man, I'm still there. It's just your head's got to be in the right game. So I like the way things kind of ended there with Braden. Tariq has the balls to get in contact with Noma's brother. Now, keep in mind when Noma was trying to go to the hangar to take out any remaining Tejadas on site, the last time she saw her brother said to her, this is a trap. You know this. We've already lost enough men as it is. Father would be ashamed at the way that you're running business right now. Like, this ain't cool. So before we lose any more of our people, we're done. I'm taking them. We're out of here. So he pretty much left her bone dry. Bone dry. So we see Tariq actually end up making a deal with Noma's brother to basically, supply us with the drugs. We'll do what we need to do. We got a great system that's in place. So we see Nico, a little cutscenes. We see Nico has pretty much taken now the role of Detective Carter. Okay. Davis McClain, he ends up being reinstated. Don't forget, I didn't forget about David McClain. I know some people are screaming, going, what about McClain? McClain, you're forgetting about McClain. So turns out Noma, in an attempt at desperation, and Lord only knows how long she had been trying to do this, but remember Cooper Sachs' ex-girlfriend that was a lawyer, and she was trying to take down Tariq St. Patrick and just that whole lovely, nasty ball up, right? Remember her? Remember Blanca Rodriguez? Blanca Rodriguez in the earlier season, she had a hard on for Tariq St. Patrick. She was trying to nail him big time. So we saw them resurface in this final episode with McClain and his junior attorney. And they basically it's revealed that Noma for several weeks was acting as an informant. And basically, she was trying to put herself in a position where she could take down the Tejadas. Well, that backfired as McLean and crew. They're like, look, all the evidence here, it shows that, your real target, the entire time, it actually was Noma. And yeah, Noma tried to do what she could to try to implicate the Tejadas. But as you can see with, blah, blah, blah evidence, it was actually Noma. Blanca Rodriguez, she's going, well, what about Tariq St. Patrick? Like, what about him? Like, no connections whatsoever. And Davis McLean, he's like, look, we're giving you Noma on a silver platter. Like, go ahead, take it, leave the Tejadas alone, like, because there's nothing there. Trace everything back, do everything that you want to do. But when it's all said and done, like, this is it. Appreciate it if you could withdraw the whole thing, having me be disbarred and all that, because yeah, that's an unwanted, unfriendly monkey wrench y'all doing on the brother. So we see McLean get reinstated, he get his license back and all that. So keep in mind he did kill somebody, but some people, oh, but it was a bad guy. Like, okay, all right, sure. Once you kill, you always kill. I always say that's to each its own, though. To each its own. So I'm just trying to think if there was anything else. No, so Tariq still doing what he's doing, still hustling, still grinding. Every day he's hustling, right? So he's able to make this deal with Noma's brother. I just looked at that. I'm going, wow, and Noma's brother. I guess he really is all about the business, huh? Fuck family. It's all about the business. Cause it's like I wish Noma's brother would have been like, you killed my sister, or at least bring it up. It's like you had a hand in the death of my sister. Yeah, it would have been nice to hear Tariq say nothing personal. It was just business, right? Obviously, Noma, with everything with Noma, it was personal. It got too hot a hand. It got too fucking ridiculous. Doesn't need to be that way between you and me. I just would have appreciated hearing that little bit of a line in there, but it's all good. So we get the end credits, and you're hoping that, yeah, can we get a little nod towards power force? And we get that, I think, because we get this bonus scene where Tariq gets a phone call. We don't hear who he's talking to, but the dialogue of that, he pretty much goes, this is 90% accurate. Hey, what's up? Ain't heard from you in a minute. How you been? Say what? Man, you should have been called me. Well, you know I'm there. Give me the place, give me the time. I'll definitely be there. Right. So he's getting ready to come on over to Force. So that's going to enforce, that's going to be their final season. So it's nice to see that Michael Rainey Jr. Is going to continue on there with the character. And we get the hashtag power never dies. And you get the rest of the credit. So that pretty much was your series finale. All right. So a little bit more thoughts about this episode, and you guys can definitely continue to pour in with your comments right now. As far as, do I think Tariq will relocate Tasha and Yaz to Chicago? It's very well possible. I mean, what better way than to have the whole family be together? And I think that would just be, for the Power fans, I think that would be a very beautiful thing to see, to be able to see. Because remember how things pretty much had ended with Tommy and his half brother. His half brother pretty much told him, "Fuck off! I don't want to have anything to do with you." I'm starting to see now, why Ma said what she said. And remember that? Like, just go back and watch the last season of Force. His half brother don't want to have anything to do with him, right? And then you have, I don't want to really spoil it for those that haven't watched Force, haven't got caught up, but there's a lot of stuff that's going on and setting up their final season that strongly suggests now more than ever, as far as Tommy really needing his true family by his side, not to mention some allies he can definitely depend on, it wouldn't be a far-fetched idea to see Yaz and Tasha maybe tag along with Tariq to Chicago. But here's one thing that you guys got to keep in mind as far as Chicago goes. Remember, Tommy is under the radar of the feds out there. So, you know, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out with Tariq. But my prediction, I don't think we're going to see Tasha and Yaz pop up in force. I don't see that happening whatsoever. I think the bookend that they pretty much were given, I think that just needs to remain where it is, which is they are continuing to remain in hiding. Because remember what Tariq said. That's why I know you guys are safe, pretty much where you're at right now, but we are going to move you eventually. You just can't come back to New York. I don't see Tariq just automatically setting up shop in Chicago with Tasha. And yes, I don't see that happening. Instead, I see him going to Chicago, trying to assess the situation, find out what's going on with Uncle Tommy, help him out as best as possible, and then pretty much, the boys take it from there. But I think that's what's going to be going down. It's possible too, but I highly doubt it. It's possible McLean might make a cameo. That's possible as well. Because remember, in Force, I can't think of my man's name right now, but they have a lawyer. I think it's a Chinese lawyer. It's a female lawyer that they got. They might not be able to keep going to her. That's my whole point of bringing her up. They might not be able to keep going to her. If you bear with me a second, I know it's been a minute because I can't even think of the full cast name. I'm trying to think of the boxer dude, Diamond. There's a lawyer that Diamond likes to use. It's a female lawyer. I could see something going about where, maybe they need somebody of a higher expertise with higher connections. And I could maybe see something with Davis McLean being involved. But as far as any more of that book two crossover with Force, yeah. I think at bare minimum, it's just going to be Tariq, maybe McLean, but that's pretty much it. It's gonna be interesting to see how that final season of Force plays out because we've already got Joseph Sikor saying, "Hey, look, the series might be ending, but you haven't seen the last of Tommy." So you just can't help but wonder yet again as the speculations grow. One thing we know for certain, we got the Power Origins joint that's going to be in development. We are kind of getting this impression that the fact that Force is getting ready to wrap up. We've got book two wrapped up, just kind of get this impression that maybe, just maybe, there could be a new series, a new present series that's formed. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I'm very, very curious because like a lot is up in the air right now. And sadly, we don't have enough information. We're just gonna be speculating. The one thing that we do know, we're getting two more seasons of Raising Canaan. And I'm ready for that. I love me some rock. I mean, seriously, that's one bad bitch, man. That is one bad bitch. So again, this season, this series finale, yes, this whole season rushed. There's no disputing that. There's no arguing. It was rushed. I wish in a perfect world this would have been extended to maybe 13, hell, maybe even 15 episodes, give or take, because this series finale, I got to admit to you guys, first thing I did was looked at the runtime and I saw that it ran an hour, 1 minute. I'm going, yeah, they're definitely, yeah. Yeah, there's some, you could definitely go, what if, I wonder, right? Left to the imagination of the viewer, right? So, for instance, you walk away from this final episode and you go, wonder months later how things are going with Drew. Oh, wonder where Kane landed, what he's up to. Hey, wonder what's up with D. What's going on with her? Did she go on ahead and continue on with school there? Like, what's going on with her? You know, hey, how's Effie doing? Is Effie was she ever able to do the thing and go chase the little robot program, or she just decided to stay with business? Like, what's going on there? So there's a lot of things left to the imagination. Tariq, not so much. Tariq, it's a definite business as usual. Kind of interesting though that when it counted the most in regards to the Tariq character, and I'm not saying it's final, but I just find it interesting that, well, not for nothing, Tariq, but not everybody you killed was corrupt. I still go back to that one professor. Okay, he might have been guilty of stealing Tariq's words, but a bullet to the head, like, I can't help but think about that. It's like, yo, that needs to come back sooner or later. I think about the guy that Tariq killed. Um, oh God, there was a guy that Tariq killed. Yes, the guy that Tariq killed that off his sister. Like, okay, yeah, it was justified, but like, I just find it so interesting that certain crimes that Tariq committed. You feel what I'm saying? Like, sooner or later, your luck runs out. And this message that we kind of set up here with Tariq in the way that his series ended, you just can't help but ask yourself as you're going in the force, okay, yeah, Tariq might help Tommy, but is it gonna cost him? Is it ultimately gonna cost Tariq his freedom as a result of helping out his uncle Tommy? That's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna be looking for when I get ready to check out Force, because you would just like to believe that, yeah, there's no way, no how that you're gonna have these characters that at the end of the day they're bad guys. There's no way you're just gonna have them walk off into the sun hand in hand. Yeah, look at us. We're gonna continue selling our drugs as usual. Da, 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 so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna put up a poll. Appreciate the 133 of you guys that's checking out the stream right now. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, go hop on over to youtube.com/slash the RCWR show. And if you enjoyed the talk of the series finale, go show some love and give the episode over there a like. But I'm also getting ready to create a poll right now asking you guys, what did you think of the series finale of Power Book 2 Ghosts? And I'm gonna keep the option simple for you guys. I'm gonna keep it simple for you guys. Uh Awesome finale. I don't think we need to put in rushed finale. Like, I think we all are in agreement. They did what they needed to do, right? So awesome finale. We'll say terrible finale. I'll tell you what, I'll meet you halfway. I'll say rush finale. Hope they finalize. Hope they finalize on power force. Right? I think those are three good options. All right. So I'm gonna go on ahead. I'm gonna have that go live. All right, so that's live on YouTube right now for you guys to comment on. And if you bear with me a second, I'll actually post it on X, formerly known as Twitter, right now, and you guys can vote as well. So give me a second here. So we got awesome finale. Hang on here. And you guys definitely want to stick around because this is gonna blow up real quick. I already know that. I already know that right now. All right, so I'll say terrible finale. And what's the last one? I'll say rush finale. Rush finale. I need to shorten that. X is giving me a hard time. Rush finale. What do we say for Twitter X, y'all? Because I need 25 characters. See, we got turbo finale. Let's say what? Power force. Let's say power force needs closure. There you go. Power force needs closure. No, no, hang on, hang on. Let's say, hang on. Give me a second, guys. Needs better closure. Power. No, it's not gonna let me put in power force, unfortunately. That sucks. Let's see. I'll say needs better closure. Hope we get it on power force. Hang on. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm gonna create a see how you needs better closure. Hope we get on power force. No, I can't fit that in there, guys. I'm stuck. So hang on here. I'm just gonna remove that one. All right, 3, 2, 1. This is getting ready to go live. All right, y'all. All right. Power Ghost. Gotta put in those goddamn hashtags, y'all. You don't put in the hashtags, it's not gonna get in there. Okay. And then we'll do there's a new hashtag. Okay. Power Ghost finale. Okay. All right, polls are up live. I'm going to answer a question or two. So if you guys got some more questions or comments on the finale you want to bring in, go ahead. But we'll make sure we go off the air reading the polling results for you guys. Okay, so let's see here. So if Diana is still in the game, will she and Tariq be together in New York City? See, here's the thing. Again, it goes back to the whole idea that the finale left with the viewers. This is one of those cases where you're just left to have your own imagination. Whatever you're thinking of that possibly is happening with these characters, like they're letting us for now paint that however we want to paint it. They're letting us paint that canvas in our own minds, right? So when I think about power force, I keep going back to that because we know now Tariq's going to appear, but let's make sure that we all remember that This is Tommy's show. So, as much as we want to see, certain things with Tariq flush out more so we can have maybe that better finale. Honestly, all things considered, and the fact that things were pretty damn rushed, and all that, they don't really need to Diana, and they don't really need to do any of that. I think they put all of those characters in a really good place that they don't need to be revisited again. They honestly don't. The only thing that we need to know right now, I think that takes precedent over everything else, is the sins, the many sins, but the ones that I just highlighted a few minutes ago, where Tariq was truly never brought to justice, is that going to catch up with him as a result of helping out Tommy? Because remember, Tommy's under investigation. I can't stress it enough. For anybody that has not watched Power Force with Tommy Egan, you need to go watch that show to get ready for the final season and get ready for when Tariq pops up. Because by the time you get caught up with Force, you're going to be in that mindset of, okay, yeah, you're definitely going to be agreeing with me. Yeah, I see what Lee's talking about, and you can't really go full blown Tariq on it's pretty much, I think, gonna go down almost the way it went down a couple of seasons ago when Tommy surfaced uh on Power Book 2 on Tariq's show. I think it's pretty much gonna go down that way. But I kind of get the impression that there's probably gonna be a new show that's gonna be in development because this is going to be the first time in the Power franchise history. Otherwise, if you're not going to have a new show that's going to go forward and deal with events in the present, then this will be the first time that we'll have a Power show that, it's just all about elements that's happened in the past, So it kind of feels as though you always got to have of the Power franchise, you got to have something continuing to go on there where you're dealing with something that's in the present. So I'm very curious to see how the Tommy character, where he is left by the series finale, because I'm going to make a bold prediction. If the Tommy Egan character survives, like if he doesn't get incarcerated and he's not killed, just kind of borrowing a little bit from what Joseph Sakura was teasing online, assuming that, okay, yeah, we haven't seen the last of Tommy Egan, because to take Joseph Sakura's own words on social media, he said flat out, word for word, Power Force baby ending, but you haven't seen the last of Tommy Egan. Something's cooking, something's brewing up. So I have a feeling they're gonna do it when it's all said and done. I have a feeling we're on top of Raising Canaan Origins. I have a feeling there's gonna be another show that's gonna deal with everything in real time. That's pretty much gonna bring all our favorites back together. And I'm hoping that in addition to that, something that happens from Raising Canaan, one of those characters, I'm hoping that something from the past comes back to dominate the present. That would be kind of nice to see. All right, let's see what we got with the polling results. I want to see what's going on YouTube first. YouTube.com/the RCWR show. Click on the post section. Got the poll up over there. All right, so right now, 100% of the vote coming in saying awesome finale. All right, now let's see where things are on X/Twitter. Let's see where we are right now. All right. So right now, 18% of you, this is early now, 18% of you are saying terrible finale. Meanwhile, 36% of you feel that there needs to be better closure. So this kind of goes back to Power Force, and hopefully will get it over there. Meanwhile, top dog right now. Oh, whoa, it just fluctuated. Hang on, my guy. You guys are voting. Hang on. Yeah, you guys are voting. Yeah, not that much of a drastic change. Still pretty much the same. 34% of you saying needs better closure. 21% of you saying it was a terrible finale. Top dog right now, 43% of you saying it was an awesome finale. So that is going to do it. I'm out of here on that note. I want you guys to keep the conversations going. Shout out to everybody that's going to be checking this out hours after the fact. But I definitely want you guys to come on in. Let me know what you thought about the finale and everything. And for you all that's watching this on X Twitter, do me a favor, just hit the like on there, retweet it, share it. Would mean a great deal and everything. Cause I promise you, we get enough engagements. I'll definitely bring my black ass back and I'll talk Power Force with you guys because that's another show. I'm all caught up. I love that series. I'm so excited. We gotta wait though, right? We gotta wait what? At least until beginning of next year before we get Force. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, they wrapped up filming. Yeah, they wrapped up filming a couple of months ago. So we don't have to wait until first quarter next year to get that show. I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, it's your first time checking me out. Welcome. You enjoy what we did here. Subscribe, all that jazz. Hit me up on the Twitter and all that, the YouTube, all that good stuff. Just use the keywords, the RCWR show. And yeah, keep the conversations going. I definitely want to know what you all thought about the finale. So I don't care what time you end up seeing it, just come drop your man a comment and let me know what you had thought about the finale. Cause I love going back and forth when it comes to power. All right. So that's gonna do it, my pretty babies. Until next go round, your man wishing all y'all to be safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. And I can't believe I'm saying this. That's the last time we gonna hear that iconic theme song, yo. Oh, my heart is just really once again, to the cast, crew, writers, just everybody involved. Thank you for 4 great years of this series. Just phenomenal, great writing and everything. Special shout out to Mary J. Blige, uh, Michael Rainey Jr. Just, they really were the backbone for this series. I mean, and definitely, as far as most underrated, Method Man and the work that he did on this show, some really good shit just from everybody all the way around. Thank you guys tremendously. And hopefully we'll see, a lot more. Hopefully we're just getting a taste of many more fun stories to come in the Power universe. But that's going to do it, guys. Take care, y'all. Peace.